The idea of cow protection holds a revered place in Hindu tradition, championed fervently by figures like Swami Dayananda Saraswati and Mahatma Gandhi. For Dayanand, cow protection was an implicit duty tied to Hindu values. Gandhi took this further, making it an explicit call for communal harmony and moral responsibility. He even sought to bridge differences with non Hindu communities over care of cows. Yet, for Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, Gandhi's contemporary and ideologically adversary, this vision of Hindu unity over cow care concealed a deeper societal fracture. Ambedkar, a tireless advocate for the abolition of untouchability, saw the practice as fundamentally at odds with the very principles of compassion and justice that Hinduism claimed to uphold. In his seminal work, The Untouchables, Who Were They and Why They Became Untouchables, 1948, Ambedkar offered a groundbreaking historical analysis. He argued that untouchability was rooted in ancient societal shifts, particularly the rise of Buddhism in India. Buddhism's rejection of animal sacrifice and its embrace of non-violence, he contended, won the favor of agricultural communities. In response, Brahmins, seeking to regain their lost influence during the Gupta Empire, outlawed cow slaughter and adopted vegetarianism. Ambedkar's assertion that early Brahmins consumed meat, including beef, was controversial. Citing historical texts and inscriptions, he argued that the designation of certain groups as untouchables arose from their association with tasks involving dead cattle, such as tanning and shoemaking. These communities, he claimed, were not only socially excluded but were also scapegoated for practices Brahmins themselves had historically engaged in. The roots of this exclusion, Ambedkar suggested, lay in a calculated strategy by Brahmins to elevate their moral standing above that of Buddhists by becoming strict vegetarians and declaring cow killing a mortal sin. He saw this shift less about spiritual awakening and more about political expedience, a bid to consolidate power and prestige. Ambedkar's critique extended beyond historical analysis. As the chairman of India's Constitution Drafting Committee, he consistently challenged the hypocrisy of orthodox Brahminical culture. He rejected Gandhi's plea for untouchables to identify as Hindus, pointing instead to the systemic violence and oppression perpetuated by caste hierarchies. In his final years, Ambedkar's disillusionment with Hinduism culminated in his conversion to Buddhism, a powerful statement of his rejection of caste based inequities. He viewed the glorification of cow protection by upper caste Hindus as an emblematic of broader hypocrisy, a selective compassion for animals that ignored the systemic suffering of millions of human beings relegated to untouchability. Ambedkar's critique remains relevant today. On one hand, cow protection is celebrated as a symbol of nonviolence and reverence for life. On the other, the legacy of caste based exclusion and oppression challenges the moral authority of those who champion such ideals. For Ambedkar, the question was not merely about cows, but about the broader principles of justice and equality. His work invites us to reflect on the contradictions within society, where ideals of compassion are often overshadowed by practices of exclusion and oppression.